All right, I'm very excited. In just a few days, I'll be going to Highlander Adventure, which will be Highlander's first adventure in the United States. It's going to be happening in Big Bear, California. I had an option of choosing between 15 miles, 30 miles, or 60 miles, and I chose the 30-mile course. And I'm gonna just walk through what I'm packing, what I'm gonna bring, and just a few other details. We're gonna start with the big four. So I have my Hyperlite Mountain Gear Junction 2400, which is about 40 liters. And I love it. It's very lightweight, made out of Dyneema composite fibers. You could also see a little towel that I'll be bringing. I got the Hyperlite Mountain Gear shoulder pouch. And okay, so here is my quilt. It is the Hammock Gear Premium Burrow Regular Wide. It's 20 degrees and 950 fill. The lows in Big Bear might be down to 40s or probably maybe 38. So should be just fine. It might actually be a little warm. My sleeping pad is going to be the Thermarest Nero Air X Lite. Also regular wide. Now for my tent, there's a lot of options. I chose the Nemo Hornet 2-person. I tried trekking pole tents, and I'm just not a coordinated person. And even though it should be pretty easy to set up, I wanted something that's semi-freestanding. This one's not too bad. It's just under around 30 ounces. I'm not going to actually keep it in this sack that it is right now. I'm going to break it down and make it a little bit lighter. All right, on this bed I have an assortment of things that I'm going to be bringing. I'll be wearing the Ultra Lone Peak 5s. That's the previous model. They're at 6 right now. These work just fine, so I'm going to keep those. And continuing with the theme of clothing, I have a buff that I'll be bringing. I have the Mountain Crater shirt by Mountain Hardware, and this I like, long sleeve, very lightweight, has a hood for sun protection. And I'm gonna try something a little bit different. These are the Lululemon convertible hiking pants. I was thinking between shorts or pants, and I just couldn't decide, so why not? Now I have a 2-in-1. And this is an oldie but goodie. This is my Hyperlite Mountain Gear hat. I love it. It's a bit dirty, but it's gonna do the trick. Let me go over here. In time, I didn't have an opportunity to find a better jacket to go with. This one's a bit heavy, probably at 15 ounces is my puffy. This is just a North Face puffy. So I wish I had something a little bit lighter, but I just couldn't make up my mind. Now, I have a couple of these pods for the Hyperlite Mountain Gear. This one is the small. All right, so for a base layer, probably wearing these at night. These are Patagonia, I think the Capellini. These are pretty light. Some gloves in case it gets cold. Darn tough socks. I'll be wearing a pair, and I have one extra to change into for the second day. These things are new. I wanted something like camp shoes. These are by Mayfly Ultralight Equipment. Super lightweight. We'll see how durable these are, but it's just gonna be to walk around casually around camp. Z-Packs beanie, just in case it gets cold. I have a Farpoint Alpha Cruiser, 5.5 ounces, which I could wear over my shirt in the mornings if it gets a little bit cold. And that all is going to stuff right. Oh, I also have, there's no rain on the forecast, but just in case, these Frog Tog rain jacket. Not going to bring the pants. but this, just in case it somehow got very windy or I need it, I'll have that. And this all fits, again, nicely here in this small pod. I did forget to mention my quilt. I'm going to be stuffing in the large pod by Hyperlite Mountain Gear. That will stuff at the very bottom of my pack, and the small one will nestle right on top of it. Now, I'm in Big Bear. There's black bears. Probably will be fine with something else, but just to be safe and overkill, I have the BV 450 Bear Vault that I'll be keeping my food in. It will also serve, of course, as a seat around camp or on the trail if I need to take a break. It's a bit heavy, but I don't have to worry about bugs, bears, or anything else getting into this thing. Okay, so let's go over my water filtration and what I'll be carrying. I have 2 smart water bottles with the flip caps, and I decided to go with this platypus filter, which can screw right on if I need to get some water. And I also have an extra bladder here. This is the Ceanoc Outdoors Vecto 2 liter. So I can carry 2, 3, 4 liters at a time. The bag itself would probably be the dirty water, hook up the filter, and squeeze and pour right into the water bottles to keep it flowing. I'm not going to take all of these, but I do have some Noon electrolyte tablets. This flavor is lemon lime. Pretty good. And one thing I may have this thing right here is another item by Hyperlite Mountain Gear. This is a stuffed sack pillow. So at night when I'm sleeping, I'm gonna flip this around so this nice fleece is on the outside, and my puffy jacket will be on the inside, and that will make for a nice little cushiony pillow. I love pillows that are flat and not puffy. So this should be pretty good. The air pillows, just not my thing. Next up is a Light AF wallet. And I'm going to use this sort of just as some toiletries. I'll put some earplugs, an extra lighter. I'll have my Banana Boat sunscreen, chapstick, toothbrush, dental floss. I can't remember the brand, but these are toothpaste tablets that you just bite, crunch in your mouth, and use the toothbrush to brush your teeth. Next up is my cooking system. I'm going to be using the all-in-one Jet Boil Stash. Comes with the pot, stand. I of course got the gas for it. This is the burner. I brought another lighter to stick with that. Has the lid, and I'll be using this Torx titanium long handle spoon. Here's my poop kit. I have the bag by Space Bear Bags. My trowel is by Bogler Company. I got some Cottonelle flushable wipes and a little bit of hand sanitizer after go to the bathroom. Next up is electronics. So I have a drawstring Hyperlite Mountain Gear bag, Apple AirPods Pro, my Nycor NU25 light with customized with shock cord to lighten it up a bit, and of course some cables. And this is by Nycor. This is the NB10000 charger. And then to blow up my AirPad, I have a FlexTail tiny pump. I have the Z-Packs tent stake bag. And I'm going to be double checking. I won't need all of these stakes, but I am using the Big Agnes Dirt Dagger Ultralight stakes. I think my tent uses either 6 or 8. I'll take the exact number plus 1 extra just in case. Moving on, I will be bringing the Garmin InReach. There may be cell service, but I'm going to bring this just in case, just to be prepared. I have my Good R sunglasses that I'll be wearing. This is the Hyperlite Mountain Gear Versa fanny pack that I would use more for a chest pouch. I'm not quite sure yet if I need this. It will add about a couple ounces if I decide to bring it. So I'm gonna pack everything up in the pack and we'll see how it goes before I actually decide. And next up, I have a little first aid kit with just miscellaneous goodies, a couple Band-Aids, antiseptic wipes, some Advil, Tylenol, aspirin, wound care, and a few other things here. Alright, so as far as a knife, I know I can go with the ultralight and small Victorinox knife I have here, but this Civivi Elementum is just a nice little knife to have. Will I need it for a whole bunch or protection? Probably not, but it just feels more secure and confident. It will add on just a little bit of weight should I choose to go that route. All right, so with everything that I'll be taking, with the exception potentially of the Hyperlite Mountain Gear Versa, I'm at about 14 pounds, 8 ounces, not including any food or water itself. Not quite ultralight, but I would say it's lightweight and has everything I need. And I know that some of the choices I made went to the weight. So I certainly could have gotten a tent that was half the weight, but I just feel more confident with this Nemo Hornet, just because based on my experience and where I'm at, that's probably the best tent for me right now. I'm very excited. This is actually my first backpacking trip, probably since I was a Boy Scout many years ago. So I don't have any experience. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, following a lot of hikers, and just learning from them of different things that worked for them and things that didn't. And I tried to build a kit that fit me, and of course my budget and my skill set. So I'm very excited. One thing that's really nice about Highlander that I'm finding out is this is an organized event. So it's not a race, you just have to finish. And everybody will be on the same route, assuming they're on the 30-mile route. And they're gonna supply you with the food when you check in. So you'll get probably a day of food, and at your first checkpoint that evening, you'll get more food, refill on your water, and then you'll get another 2 days of food and snacks. So I certainly don't have to carry everything all at once, which is really nice. But I will try to take some photos and videos, of course, along the way, and we'll just see what happens. All I have to do is make it 30 miles and become a Highlander.